Welcome to Amazing Facts, Did You Know? The channel where curiosity meets discovery. Here, we dive into the wonders of nature, animals, science, and the strangest truths that most people never hear about. Every video is a journey, sometimes funny, sometimes shocking, but always fascinating. From the mysteries of deep space, to the clever tricks of animals, to the small details in nature that can change the way we see the world. This channel is for curious minds. If you love learning new things and surprising your friends with unbelievable facts, you're in the right place. So, buckle up, because today's story is one of the weirdest and most wonderful facts in the entire animal kingdom. Today's question is simple, but mind-blowing. Why is wombat poop cube-shaped? Yes, you heard that right. In the wilds of Australia lives a small, furry creature that produces droppings in the shape of perfect little cubes. No other animal in the world does this, only the wombat. At first it sounds like a joke, but behind this strange fact lies a story about evolution, survival, and one of the cleverest designs in nature. So, let's meet the wombat and uncover the mystery of the cube-shaped poop. Wombats are marsupials, which means they belong to the same family as kangaroos and koalas. They are short, sturdy, and built like little bulldozers. Most adults grow about 1 meter long and weigh up to 35 kilograms. Wombats are nocturnal. They spend the day hidden in their burrows and come out at night to feed. They're herbivores, eating grasses, roots, and bark. Their digestion is extremely slow. In fact, it can take 2 full weeks for food to pass through their system. Why so slow? Because wombats live in dry environments where food is tough and fibrous. A slow digestive process allows them to squeeze out every last bit of nutrition. And as we'll see, this slow journey through the intestines is one of the keys to cube-shaped poop. Wombats are also excellent diggers. With strong claws and powerful legs, they can create burrow systems that stretch over 30 meters. These burrows keep them cool during hot Australian days and safe from predators. Despite their cute appearance, wombats are surprisingly fast. They can run at speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour, and their rear ends are made of cartilage, a natural shield against attackers. So here we have the wombat, tough, resourceful, and unique. But even among all its fascinating traits, one fact stands out above all others. Its poop doesn't roll, it stacks. Let's talk about the poop. Wombats produce between 80 and 100 droppings every single night. And unlike the round pellets of rabbits or the smooth logs of dogs, these droppings come out as neat little cubes. If you place them on a table, they would look almost man-made, as if someone had shaped them with a tiny mold. But no tools are involved, just biology. For many years, scientists were puzzled. The anus, after all, is round. So how could any animal produce a cube-shaped stool? The answer lies deeper inside. Research has shown that the final section of the wombat's intestines is not uniform. Some regions are stretchier, while others are stiffer. As food waste moves through, these uneven contractions squeeze the material into sharp edges, slowly forming cubes. The process is so effective that by the time the poop exits the body, it's already a perfect cube, not squished afterwards, but shaped from the inside out. It's a natural engineering marvel. Think about it. Humans shape cubes by cutting, but wombats shape them by squeezing. And these cubes aren't just a funny detail. They play a vital role in the wombat's survival. Because cubes don't roll, they can sit firmly on top of rocks, logs, and grassy mounds. Each little pile becomes a marker, a way for wombats to say, "This is my territory." Imagine walking through the Australian bush at night and finding a series of tiny square markers glowing in the moonlight. For the wombat, it's a language written in cubes. Now, let's get a little more scientific. For years, the mystery of cube-shaped wombat poop puzzled scientists. How could a soft, organic material turn into perfect geometric blocks? In 2018, a group of researchers from the University of Tasmania and the Georgia Institute of Technology decided to investigate. They examined wombat intestines taken from animals that had died in accidents. What they discovered was groundbreaking. Unlike human intestines, which have a relatively uniform shape and elasticity, wombat intestines have regions with very different levels of stretchiness. Some sections are extremely flexible, while others are stiff and rigid. As waste passes through the final 2 meters of the wombat's gut, it is squeezed unevenly. The stiffer areas flatten the sides, while the stretchier areas allow sharper edges to form. Over hours and hours, the material is molded into cubes. The researchers even recreated this process in the lab. By comparing the intestines to an elastic balloon with varying stiffness, they showed how alternating pressure could shape a square form. This was more than just a fun fact. Engineers realized that wombats had evolved a natural technique for shaping materials that could inspire new technology. Imagine machines that could mold food, clay, or even building materials into cubes without cutting, simply by squeezing. In fact, the study was published in the prestigious journal Soft Matter and won an IG Nobel Prize, an award given to unusual research that first makes you laugh, then makes you think. So, wombat poop is not just a curiosity. It's an engineering lesson from nature itself. Now that we understand the science, let's take a step back and learn some more fascinating facts about wombats themselves. Speed and agility. Despite their chubby appearance, wombats can run up to 40 kilometers per hour. That's as fast as a racehorse at full gallop, for short bursts. Powerful diggers. Wombats use their strong claws to dig extensive burrows, often shared by multiple wombats. These tunnels can be so complex that they include multiple entrances and even air vents. Defensive butts. Yes, you heard that right. A wombat's backside is made mostly of cartilage and bone, forming a natural shield. When threatened, a wombat dives headfirst into its burrow, leaving only its armored rear exposed. Predators trying to bite or claw it get nowhere. Sometimes wombats even crush intruders against the burrow walls with their powerful backsides. Slow metabolism. Because they live in harsh environments with limited food, wombats have adapted to survive on a very low-energy diet. They can go days without drinking water, extracting moisture directly from their food. Baby in the pouch. Like kangaroos, wombats carry their young in pouches. But here's the twist. The pouch opens backwards. This clever design prevents dirt from entering while the mother digs. Lifespan. In the wild, wombats live about 5 to 15 years. But in captivity, with care and no predators, they can live up to 30 years. These details remind us that wombats are not just the cube poop animals. They are incredibly well-adapted survivors, with unique features that set them apart even in the diverse world of Australian wildlife. And yet, the poop remains their most famous trademark. Wombats and their cube-shaped droppings have even entered human culture. In Aboriginal mythology, wombats were seen as wise underground beings, protectors of knowledge and persistence. Today, in Australia, wombats are beloved icons, appearing in cartoons, mascots, and even tourist souvenirs. And of course, their poop has become a source of endless jokes, memes, and scientific curiosity. There are plush toys, mugs, and even board games inspired by wombat cubes. It seems the world has embraced this little marsupial and its square gift to nature. Wombats may not be as famous as kangaroos or koalas, but in Australia, they have a special place in people's hearts. Their unusual cube-shaped poop has made them unforgettable in pop culture. You'll find them in children's books, where wombats are often illustrated as wise, stubborn, and quirky characters. In fact, one of the most beloved Australian picture books is called Diary of a Wombat, where the wombat's daily life, including its unique bathroom habits, is shown with humour and charm. Tourist shops sell little cube-shaped souvenirs, from soaps to chocolates, jokingly labelled as wombat poop. Even scientists sometimes laugh at conferences when the topic of wombats comes up, but behind the laughter, there's respect. Why? Because wombats represent survival, adaptation, and ingenuity. They've managed to thrive in harsh Australian landscapes for millions of years, and their strange digestive system is part of that success. In many ways, wombats have become symbols of persistence. Slow, steady, not glamorous, but perfectly designed to live where others cannot. And maybe that's why people love them so much. They remind us that being different can also mean being brilliant. Now, let's zoom out and ask a bigger question. Why don't other animals make cube-shaped poop? Rabbits, for example, produce small round pellets. Their digestion is also slow, but their intestines have uniform elasticity, so the result is smooth and round. Deer, goats, and sheep also make pellets, round or oval, because their systems squeeze evenly. Carnivores like dogs or cats produce longer, sausage-like droppings, shaped simply by the muscles of the intestine. So why only wombats? The answer lies in a rare combination of factors. Extremely slow digestion, up to 2 weeks. Very dry waste material, because wombats extract almost all water. Uneven elasticity in the intestines. Together, these factors create a shaping process unique in the animal kingdom. Think of it like this. If rabbits make marbles and dogs make cylinders, wombats are the only ones making dice. Some scientists even speculate that cube-shaped poop helps wombats conserve energy. Because the droppings stack better, wombats can leave clearer territorial markers without wasting time. This may sound like a small advantage, but in the wild, even small advantages matter. So, next time you think of wombats, remember, they have achieved something no other animal has, turning digestion into geometry. In the end, what can we learn from the story of the wombat and its cube-shaped poop? First, that nature is endlessly creative. Evolution doesn't follow rules we invent. It finds solutions we could never imagine. Who would think that survival could depend on the shape of waste? Yet here we are, studying it, laughing about it, and learning from it. Second, it reminds us that even the strangest details of biology can inspire human technology. Engineers may one day build machines that copy the wombat's intestines to shape materials more efficiently. A design born in the Australian bush might end up in our factories and homes. Finally, wombats remind us that being unique is not a weakness. Their cube-shaped poop may look funny, but it's also a perfect adaptation. Sometimes the things that make us different are exactly what make us strong. So the next time someone asks you for an amazing fact, you'll have a story ready. The tale of a small marsupial that turned poop into a cube and taught us something about life. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of the strangest secrets of nature. If you enjoyed this video, there's plenty more waiting for you on this channel. From the mysteries of the animal kingdom to the surprising details of science and history, we bring you facts that amaze, inspire, and make you see the world in a whole new way. So, if curiosity is your superpower, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll never miss our next adventure. And if you like learning about wombats today, leave us a comment, maybe share your favorite weird animal fact. Who knows? Your idea might become our next video. Until then, stay curious, stay amazed, and remember, the world is full of secrets just waiting to be discovered.